I greet you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as I prepare to deliver this short lecture, this very short lecture, which will be followed by a demonstration mid-morning tomorrow, on Saturday, the 19th of February, 2022. The purpose of this lecture is to lay a groundwork for my exposition on data analysis. Already, there's quite a bit of material that I covered when it comes to data analysis using SPSS. For those that I was covering data analysis with using SPSS, we are going to proceed from hypothesis testing, which is where we left. But there is also another class that I'm teaching at the present moment. It's an MSc in banking and financial economics class, which is doing the applied research methodology course. So as part of that applied research methodology course, among the principles which I teach, or among the software packages that I teach, I also teach data analysis using Microsoft Excel. Actually, Microsoft Excel is a basic spreadsheet software that feeds into quite a number of other softwares, including SPSS. You can feed information or import information straight from SPSS to straight from Microsoft Excel to SPSS. And then you start to do some analysis. Similarly, you can take spreadsheet information from SPSS, customize it, and import it into Microsoft Excel and do further analysis. Because there are certain statistical functions that are found in Excel, especially when one is using add-ins. There are add-ins. The add-ins are these powerful tools that you can append to or attach to Microsoft Excel to be able to do things like time series analysis, stochastic analysis, and so on, and data mining procedures as well. So Microsoft Excel is one of the most versatile softwares that I've ever encountered. In actual fact, when I was doing my master's degree, I did a course which is called Financial Modeling, just using Microsoft Excel. And we were not even using 5% of Microsoft Excel. It was when I was doing that course in financial modeling at a master's degree level that I learned about the capabilities of Microsoft Excel. And during this exposition, I think for the next 2-3 days, I will just dwell on data analysis using Microsoft Excel, because I've covered the preliminary part of a research project, which is, like motivating for a start, which is part of the research proposal. I've covered the literature review bit, things like definition of, key concepts, the formulation of not the hypothesis as such, but the conceptual framework, the crafting of the conceptual framework, and also the theoretical literature review, as well as the empirical literature review, together with the focused literature review, as well as the chapter summary. And to a certain extent, I feel I've motivated enough for chapter 3, and I've covered all the salient features of chapter 3, so to speak. So that's why now I am moving on to data analysis, which is within the purview or within the province of chapter 4, which has to do with data analysis. Chapter 4 has to do with data analysis. It's in our department, it's called analysis, presentation and discussion of results. Analysis, presentation, and discussion of results. So the chapter used to be called data analysis and presentation in the past. But as a department, we changed the title of that, the title or the heading of that chapter. And then, of course, we summarize the entire research project in chapter 5 when we are looking at the research findings, conclusions, and the recommendations, which is where we tie in or tie up everything. So I just want to give a brief overview about data analysis, because most people, though they've done data analysis maybe at diploma level or at national certificate level or at certificate level, or when they are doing their professional courses, they've done data analysis. Very few people really realize that there is not just one type of data analysis, but there are actually many types of data analysis. And the ones that I will mention this evening are actually 5. We have got what is known as text analysis or text analytics. There are some people who use these open-ended questionnaires where people are allowed to write whatever sentiments they have, whatever explanations they want to give pertaining to the research. And whatever they write is now gathered into a software which is tailor-made to analyze text, like NVivo or NVivo or Atlas. They are softwares for analyzing text. And these softwares are able to scientifically derive, the key features of a research or the most important details of a research. And then we've got also a type of data analysis which is called predictive analytics. The third type of analysis is what is known as business intelligence. And the most common type of data analysis, which all of us are used to from primary school, and especially at secondary school or high school, is statistical analysis. And so when a student moves from chapter 3, or rather when they move from literature review to data gathering and data analysis, they think all data analysis is statistical analysis. But statistical analysis is one of 5 main branches of data analysis. There is business intelligence, there is data mining, business intelligence, predictive analytics, text analytics, and statistical analysis. Each and every one of these branches of data analysis has got many sub-branches. We won't go into that this evening because I'm just sort of introducing you to data analysis. And then the rest of the material or the rest of the stuff we're going to cover tomorrow. So I want to briefly define each and every one of these types of analysis. I'll start with business intelligence because most of the people that I'm taking for this course, they're either managers in the corporate world or some are actually aspiring to be managers in the corporate world. What do we mean by business intelligence? Business intelligence techniques or tools are for acquiring and transforming of large amounts of unstructured business data in order to, number 1, identify, number 2, craft, number 3, create new strategies or new strategic business opportunities. Because in that pile, on that mass of data, there might be business opportunities that are embedded in the data itself. And then we have got data mining. It is the analysis of large quantities of data to extract previously unknown and interesting data patterns, unusual data, and the dependencies that may be captured by different kinds of data. So when we are looking at data mining analysis, it is an intersection of so many fields. It's an intersection of machine learning, statistics, database systems, and artificial intelligence. So it's at the confluence or at the convergence point of artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistics, and database systems. And then we have got statistical analysis. When we are looking at statistical analysis, it is the study of 1, the collection, 2, the analysis, 3, the interpretation, 4, the presentation, 5, and organization of data. In data analysis, 2 main statistical methodologies are used. We rely on 2 main methodologies. First, we have got descriptive statistics, which have to do with things like, measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion, as well as frequencies. The arithmetic mean is important in this regard because any standard deviation from it, whether looking at continuous data or categorical data, it becomes very important for us to understand certain patterns in terms of behavior of whatever attributes will be measured through those statistics. And we have got inferential statistics, which is statistics to do with inferences about the entire population. Or we may need to account for randomness when we are looking at sample information. So when we are looking at statistical inferences, we are looking at issues like regression analysis, correlation analysis, analysis of variance, which is ANOVA. You've got your one-way ANOVA, your two-way ANOVA, and then you have got your ANCOVA, and so on. And then you have got of course, our hypothesis testing, which is what we did, or what we were doing through SPSS. We're mounting hypotheses and analyzing them accordingly. And then we've got predictive analytics. This has to do with the use of statistical models to analyze current and historic data for prediction purposes or forecasting purposes about the future or unknown events given certain stochastic elements that actually characterize the future. I've already talked about text analysis. So with Microsoft Excel, we are able to analyze data, but before data is analyzed, it is collected. After collection, it is processed, and then cleaned, and then analyzed, and then communicated to the intended recipients. So I believe that for today, I've covered what I wanted to cover. So I just want you, as you watch this video, to reflect on the kind of things that you can do when you decide to analyze your data using Microsoft Excel. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate your time. We'll meet when I throw in a video where I'll be doing a demonstration of data analysis using Microsoft Excel. Thank you so much.